Good day, Dr. Louie Agustin. My name is Sheila May Garcia. Together with my team member Cyril Quiteria of IT5M1, we will be presenting our POS as part of our final requirement for your subject. So, ang POS po namin is para po sa isang maliit na gasolinahan. Let us assume po na wala pa po tayong user. Let's try to register. Um, Admin. Registration is completely successful. Login. Now, andito na po tayo sa ating transaction dashboard or our cashier dashboard. So, try po natin makapagbenta ng gasolina. Let's say, meron po tayong sale for regular 91. So, dito po, makikita nyo po ating product name, ang price po, quantity at total. Pwede din po natin dagdagan yung quantity niyan. Let's just double click again the regular 91 from our data grid. Let's say 20. Nag-update po siya. Also, pwede rin po tayong mag-add pa ng ibang product sa ating dashboard. Let's say ito din po, may bumili po ng 25 na piraso. Magto-total out po siya dito. So, dito po makikita natin ang total po natin is 12,000 including the tax of 1,316 together with our subtotal. Ngayon po, cash po ang ibabayad ng ating customer. Let's say 13,000. Pay. Okay po. Nag-successfully po ang ating transaction. So ngayon po, since wala po tayong printer, hindi po tayo makapag-print ng resibo. Pero kanina po, kung pagkapindot po natin ng pay, yun po yung oras para bumukas po yung ating cash register. But on the next video po, we will be showing yung pagbukas po ng ating register. Now, let's move on to our inventory sa ating pong stocks control. Kita po natin, paki-note lang po itong number 1 na ating product ID. Double click lang po natin. Ang current stock po natin ay 238. Dagdagan po natin siya ng 20 pa. Action, add, employee ID po, 1, which is ako po yon. Insert. Makita nyo po dito yung naging transaction niya po ay nag-add po tayo ng 20 pa dun po sa ating regular 91. Pag pinindot ko po yung save, mag-update na po yan sa ating stock quantity, 258. What if naman po gusto nating mag-remove? Ito po, si ethanol. Quantity, 10. Ang current stock po natin ay 198. Magre-remove po ako ng 10. Employee ID, insert. Ito naman po yung bago niyang transaction. Pag sinib ko po yan, 178 na lang po siya. Okay po. Now, to our supplier section, try po natin mag-add. Petron. email. Before ko po 'to i-complete, try po muna natin na hindi po kumpleto yung detalye para po makita nyo kung i-add ba niya o hindi. So, hindi po siya magpo-proceed dahil may kulang po tayong detalye sa kanya. Add. Po. So, ito po yung ating supplier section. Ito naman po yung ating customer ID. So, hindi na po namin siya nalagyan ng option na i-save po yung pangalan ng customers, pero pwede naman po. So, dito nyo po makikita yung mga naging transaction nyo po sa created at date. Andito po yan. And for our about naman po, the back-end developer po for this project is ako po, Sheila May Garcia. And for the front-end naman po ay si Cyril Quiteria. Where in fact po, nagtulungan din naman po kami sa paggawa ng aming SQL at sa project po na ito. Ngayon po, I will be discussing the important part of the codes. Sa Form 1 po natin, of course, yung ating pong connection ng SQL, followed by the credential command po. So, dito po, makikita po natin kung nag-match po ba yung ating in-input dun sa registration form sa ating SQL. So, pag hindi po siya nag-match, hindi po tayo makakapag-push through sa pagpasok po sa ating system. This is a very common design or code pag po gumagawa tayo ng mga ganitong system, kagaya lang po ng ginawa natin before sa ating mini library. Now, let's move on to our Form 2, which is the sales transaction dashboard. So, dito naman po, nakita naman po natin kanina na nakakapag-add po tayo ng mga product dun sa ating data grid pag po kinlik natin yung isang product upon sales. Now, ang naging problem po namin nung una is hindi po kami makapag-deduct ng product, pero nagpo-proceed po ang aming transaction. So, ang ginawa po namin doon is kung gumamit po kami ng parse, tinatry po namin ma-convert po yung stocks po into a decimal value para po mag-update po siya doon sa aming SQL. Now, let's try to, I wanted to show you po the code for the cashier receipt, sales receipt. Ito po. So, since wala pa po tayong printer, dito lang po namin in-edit po yung pag-initialize po ng receipt. So, dito po namin ilagay yung items purchase, product, price, quantity, subtotal. So, dito po, naglo-loop po yan sa kada product po at na-update na po yung stock natin. In parallel with that, nag-update din po yung ating stock quantity na dun sa ating database. Ito po yan. Yan. So, for our next part of the video, we will be showing you the actual po na pagbubukas ng aming POS.
Good morning.
Good morning. I am Cyril Quiteria. We created a database schema diagram of a complete POS system with the help of my partner, Sheila May Garcia. So here you can see tables such as users to stores user credentials and roles. We have the primary key, which is the user ID, and other details like username, password, role, and created at. And also customers to stores customers information. And the primary key is customer ID and the details, name, email, phone, address, and created at. And also products to contains product details like name, description, price, and stock. And also with the primary key, which is the product ID. And categories, groups to products into categories. And we have the primary key, category ID, and also the orders table to track orders made by customers, including total amount and status. So also the primary key is order ID. And order details, it breaks down orders into individual products, quantities, and prices. So also, yung primary key po niya is yung orders detail ID. And the payment table, which we have the primary key of payment ID. This table is to track payment methods and amounts for orders. So inventory logs inventory movements such as additions or deductions. So we have the primary key, inventory movement. So dito naman po, we have the inner join and the table for customer. So the purpose of this join is to retrieve rows that have matching values in both tables. So yung result is only the intersection of the two tables is returned. So if, for example, if you join a customer table and a sale table using an inner join, only customers who made purchases are included in the result. Katulad po na to. So the next is the right join. Sorry. So, ayan. So it retrieves all rows from the right table and the matching rows from the left table. So if there's no match, null values are returned for the left table columns. So yung result, it ensures all records from the right table are included. So for example, joining customer and sale with the right join ensures all sales are shown, even if some sales have no matching customer data. So the last one is yung left join po. We have the customer table and the sale table. Ayan, so it retrieves all rows from the left table naman and the matching rows from the right table. So if there's no match, null values are returned for the right table naman. Oh, it ensures also all records from the left table are included. So joining customer and sale with the left join ensures all customers are listed even if some have no purchases in the sale table.